USMLE Step 1. What statistical concepts do you need? If you are gearing up for the United States Medical Licensing Examination Step 1, you might be wondering about the statistical concepts you need to master. These concepts are essential for interpreting medical research and analyzing clinical data. Let's break down what you should focus on. First, you need to understand the types of data. There are qualitative data, which is categorical, and quantitative data, which is numerical. Within these categories, you will encounter nominal and ordinal scales for qualitative data, and interval and ratio scales for quantitative data. Next, familiarize yourself with descriptive statistics. You should know how to calculate and interpret measures of central tendency, which include the mean, median, and mode. Measures of variability, such as range, variance, and standard deviation, help summarize data sets effectively. Probability and distributions are also important. Understanding probability will help you grasp the normal distribution, often represented as a bell curve. This concept shows how data is expected to spread in populations. Hypothesis testing is another key area. You should be comfortable with null and alternative hypotheses, significance levels, p-values, and confidence intervals. These elements help determine if observed effects are likely due to chance. It is also vital to know the types of errors. A type I error is a false positive, while a type Roman II error is a false negative. Understanding statistical power, which is the probability of correctly rejecting a false null hypothesis, is equally important. Now let's look at some common statistical tests. The t-test compares the means of two groups to see if they are significantly different. Analysis of variance, or ANOVA, compares means across 3 or more groups. The chi-square test assesses the association between categorical variables. Correlation and regression measure relationships between variables, with correlation quantifying strength and direction, while regression models prediction. You will also need to interpret study results. This includes understanding sensitivity, specificity, positive predictive value, negative predictive value, likelihood ratios, and receiver operating characteristic curves. These concepts are crucial for evaluating diagnostic tests. Lastly, familiarize yourself with study design basics. Recognizing different study types, such as cohort studies, case control studies, and randomized controlled trials, will help you understand their implications for bias and causality. In the context of the United States Medical Licensing Examination Step 1, these statistical concepts are often tested through clinical vignettes and data interpretation questions. You will need to apply your knowledge to solve problems, interpret graphs and tables, and evaluate research findings. Mastering these principles will support your clinical reasoning and decision-making skills, which are foundational to medical practice. Understanding these statistical concepts will help you tackle questions related to experimental results, epidemiological data, and evidence-based guidelines, all integral to the Step 1 exam content and your medical education.